Hey everybody, I followed up on a question I had regarding the Coliseum land deal controversy. And for those of you who just decided to look at my videos on this for the first time, let me bring you up to date briefly. As you know, the Oakland Athletics had a plan, or have a plan, that ultimately calls for the Athletics to build a new stadium at Howard Terminal on the Oakland waterfront, and then develop the land around the Coliseum, but in so doing, tear down the Coliseum Stadium, not the arena. And it's a dual site plan that isn't popular with everybody. Now, the city of Oakland has long wanted to streamline the process that has caused it in its current iteration to be constantly, it seems, at loggerheads with the county of Alameda over, in a number of cases, ridiculous issues, but that's another story. Starting in 2015, with a missive that was released by Alameda County Supervisor Keith Carson. Not Keith Carson, but Nate Miley. Sorry, Keith, it wasn't you. It was Nate Miley. And I think, but Keith agreed. The process was starting to get the county out of the sports business, as it's put it, okay? And the latest was basically selling its share of the Coliseum to the Oakland Athletics. That means that there's a share outstanding. And Ray Bobbitt has organized a group of African-American investors and developers who collectively want to bring the National Football League back to Oakland. Very exciting objective. And the way it seemed, they had smooth sailing to do this, but according to people who I've talked to, the City of Oakland, and in the form of the District 7 Councilmember currently, and that's Larry Reid, according to what I'm told, was instrumental in bringing in other developers, not black, to also bid on the Coliseum, thereby providing competition. Now, from perspective of reality, the people that are bidding, most notably, Rick Tripp and Floyd Kephart, are not able to match the financial power of Ray Bobbitt's group, particularly Loop Capital. So in a perfect world, a contractual situation should have been set up by the City of Oakland that gave both the Athletics and Bobbitt's group a nice runway to use to negotiate, come to terms within said time frame. That hasn't been done, that wasn't done. Instead, we have is this situation that has been made more difficult for Ray Bobbitt's group because of the addition of Tripp and Kephart. And get this, I've said there's no process. Well, the City of Oakland formally now says, no, there isn't a process. And I was told today in a follow-up email by the same city official that anyone, including you and me, can submit a proposal. The city has the right to accept or reject it. So anybody from anywhere in the world could send in any form of proposal, from a letter to a book. Folks, there needs to be criteria so that you know and I know what the city is looking for in terms of, you just format. I mean, what do you want? Do you want an 8.5 by 11-inch paper? Do you want a 11 page book that consists of your financial capabilities, your development expertise, your idea for the Coliseum, your knowledge of the current situation, that sort of thing. something to let the city and the public know the people that it's talking to have the credibility, the certainty, and the capacity to, and that's a line I stole from Phil Tagami, by the way, a longtime friend, okay, to do the project, to take on the land, take over the land, and build a stadium there, and ancillary developments around it, or at least be master developer. Have a plan and have an idea of the kind of financing it can already provide or intends to get, and how much they intend to put up. They can keep that part out of the public eye, right? But at least the city would know. But right now, it's a free-for-all, and it shouldn't be. The other reason it should not be a free-for-all is it invites the appearance of political impropriety. Okay? So it's not fair to the Oakland City Council and how it's regarded that this process exists. It's not fair to the mayor that this process exists. The good news is that both can change it. They can make a process. They can do what I've advocated for as far back as 2015. Establish a task force for the Coliseum, and a task force that at a moment's notice can evaluate large-scale development opportunities for the city of Oakland by a would-be developer, and evaluate their ability to actually, make it happen. But then also leave room for someone who may not have prior development experience, but has enough knowledge and proven knowledge to, if they get, say, let's say a proposal includes $32 million for the city of Oakland, to actually take that $32 million and make it into the Oakland Rotunda. And I use that as an example because that's how Phil got his first development project off the ground. He worked tirelessly for years trying to build his relationships with the city council, but more important, Phil built his relationships with financial communities, with contractors, and he understood how to put together a true plan that said, if you give me this $32 million, this is what I'm going to do. And he put it in extreme detail. He didn't just get the money, all right? So I think Phil's experience serves as a model for how we should structure a process by which we evaluate a would-be developer's ability to actually do what that person or persons say they're going to do. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com.